Aloha kako and welcome to my video. Today I will be discussing a forensic argument meant for the public speaking class over at Olympic College for the summer term of 2023. Now, we all know that the islands of Hawaii are absolutely gorgeous. The land is breathtaking and known to be a beautiful destination for vacations for many people of the US and the world. However, as with most tropical destinations, it's incredibly expensive to visit, let alone live on the islands. And for the Kanaka Maoli, it's a huge issue. Now, the Kanaka Maoli, or true people of Hawaii, meaning people of Hawaiian descent, can no longer afford to live on her land. My argument today, or my forensic argument, is that it's too expensive for the true natives of Hawaii to live on the islands. Now, while Hawaii is a gorgeous place to visit, it tends to be a little expensive. A single gallon of milk can cost up to $8, sometimes more. Gas on average is $5 per gallon, and if you're not using a Sam's Club or Costco membership, it can sometimes be even more expensive. Rentals of simple studio apartments that are less than 400 square feet can still cost up to more than $1,700 in most urban areas of Hawaii. And single family homes, they're your simple 3-bedroom, 2-bath, less than 1,500 square feet, can cost up to more than $1 million. Listings from rentdata.org or realhawaii.co give you a quick insight as to the prices of living in Hawaii and can show you that living there is incredibly difficult for most natives. Now, I say most natives because the Minority Health government group helps to establish that the average for Native Hawaiian incomes on the island of Hawaii are about $66,000, and that was taken back in 2019 by the Census Bureau as well. Has shown that on estimate about almost 15% of Native Hawaiians are living at poverty level, if not lower. Now, estimates from MIT's Living Wage Calculator and Purdue University researchers put the salary to be able to live happily in Hawaii to be about $200,000, which is far above what most Native Hawaiians make. Now, while there are programs that assist Kanaka Maoli in procuring land, like the Hawaiian Homes Commission Act, otherwise known as the Hawaiian Homestead, the requirements for this program are high, as you simply need to have at least 50% or higher of blood percentage. And with data utilized by Dr. Troy Andrade, a professor of law over at the University of Hawaii, in his article, Belated Justice, the Failures and Promise of the Hawaiian Homes Commissioning Act, the waitlist in 2020 had over 28,000 Hawaiians. This program, being over 100 years old, has failed Hawaiian people as they're forced to wait decades for land with money that they simply do not have. This program also only provides land for the people of Hawaii, not a home. The homes have to be built by the applicant, and that only adds expenses that they don't necessarily need. From the Journal of Economic History, Volume 50, Issue 4, The Evolution of Private Property in 19th Century Hawaii, it provides information dating back before the creation of the Hawaiian Homes Commissioning Act, and how from the very beginning of the improper annexation of Hawaii, that Kanaka Maoli have always struggled gaining property, as most land was given to businessmen like James Dole, where he created the Dole Plantation. And even after the creation of the Hawaiian Homestead, the land that was going to be given had little value and was rough to live on, and it was very difficult to establish any sort of agriculture or even aquaculture. You also have service members that are stationed out there, active duty service members who can receive BAH and federally funded loans for homes, as well as COLA, which is your cost of living adjustments that can cause artificial inflation for the economy of Hawaii, and that makes it even more difficult for natives to live out there. With there being over 14 military bases and thousands upon thousands of service members who typically are about E5, the BAH that they receive with no dependents is up to $2,700, and their COLA increases almost up to 17%. This can push the average rent. as you've seen out here in Bremerton. As every year passes, rent increases because they know that they can continue to charge these prices, knowing that service members are out there receiving BAH. Because of this pushes the prices higher and higher that a single Native Hawaiian cannot simply afford. Of course, these numbers will continue to rise as inflation within the US rises as well. Now, of course, you could always say, why continue living in a place that's so expensive? Or why not live somewhere else that's more affordable with more job opportunities, better healthcare? Now, while the Hawaiian Islands may seem like a tropical paradise, there are several harsh realities that people have to come to terms with as a result of living there, things that may push people to leave the islands. These may be issues in job security, where most of the jobs are provided because of tourism. And of course, we just recently went through an epidemic for COVID-19 where there was a major shutdown. These shutdowns included closing hotels, restaurants, local businesses. These shutdowns caused these places to close permanently, putting people out of jobs and things that they just simply do not have. Now, pointed out in long COVID and unemployment in Hawaii, Hawaii's economy had an incredibly slow recovery because of this lack of tourism, which also means that there are still people that are there without jobs, despite tourist attractions opening up now. Now, while those in states that were able to continue working or find a new job relatively quickly because things opened up a little bit quicker. Now, while it would make sense to leave the islands in search of cheaper places to live, why should the Kanaka Maoli leave our land? Why should we be forced to leave simply because they cannot afford the means to live on the island with land that was simply taken away from them? Again, Dr. Andrade, professor of law at the University of Hawaii of Manoa, also discusses how the people of Hawaii had fought for their land through the means of the legal system in this article, Belated Justice, the Failures and Promise of the Hawaiian Homes Commission Act. He recounts how Prince Kuhio became a delegate for the state and her people and fought for the creation of the HCCA, or Hawaiian Homestead. Prince Kuhio also fought for the people to become more self-sufficient farmers, ranchers, and homesteaders on what's unfortunately leased lands. However, the annexation of Hawaii in 1898 and the forceful overthrowing of the monarchy of Hawaii made sure that the Kanaka Maoli would forever have troubles obtaining the land that is rightfully ours. And more of the land is just outright given to celebrities and people of power now. An example is now Barack Obama, a former US president, somebody who is not of Hawaiian heritage, was just given land. And now he currently has a multi-billion-dollar home that's being built on the island of Hawaii. And he is exempt from environmental laws that he signed to protect the beaches of Hawaii. Again, this simply proves to the point that the land is always going to be given to those of means, and that the Kanaka Maoli will always be an afterthought. Well, thank you for listening to my speech, and I hope you have a nice day.